ran a 36.1 to a 34.9, so almost a 1.2 second difference there. That gave Label a chance to really make up some ground.
Yes, it did. As it's showing off right here as they're in the Air Force flyaway section around the Ziegler Cat corner. AMSOIL with a little bit of a bobble there, not getting his weight over enough.
Watch them as they come back down. Checkered flags will be out this time by. Can Shield hold on for the win? He does. So AMSOIL will take the win. Second place going to go to Jordan Liebel. And then Andy Paik coming across in third place. So Paik, who was your #1 qualifier, picked up the pace later in the race to put himself on top of the podium.
Rounding out the pack, placing fourth is Racer Frank. Running out the top 5 is McKenna Kleeman on the 199. Drew Freeland will come across in 6th. 7th is Maverick Wakey. Inanna Hogger in 8th. Colton Gillian in 9th. Addison Borges in 10th. Jane Schmidt in 11th. Matt Lemorier in 12th. 13th is Creighton Dillon. Kellen Chaperon in 14th. And CJ Ptowski rounded out in 15th.
There you see the Iceman down there talking to his son, congratulating him on his win. Off comes the helmet and get that stocking cap on so he stays warm. We'll get these guys up to the podium here in just a couple of minutes and hand out some hardware. AMSOIL Championship Snowcross powered by Ram here at the AMSOIL Snowcross National in Duluth. Boy, are we having fun and things just starting to pick up. It will be an exciting year of racing, no doubt, if it continues to be like what we've seen so far. High fives taking place, and it looks like they're just about ready to go. Let's introduce to you the top 3 here in the transition 8 to 12 class. In third place out of Felton, Minnesota, racing on the 464 Artie Cat, that is Andy Paik. In second place, out of Quebec, Canada, racing for BRP, Troy Lee Design and Liebel Isolation on the 511 Skidoo, Jordan Liebel. And your winner, out of North Branch, Minnesota, racing for Artie Cat, Thomas Snow Sports and Ziegler Caterpillar on the 144 Artie Cat, AMSOIL. Chelsea, are you ready to question him?
I sure am. This is our top 3 here in the transition 8 to 12 class. Third spot, Andy Paik. Who do you want to thank for your huge finish today?
My dad, Artie Cat, for making such a good sled, and all the people that build the track and make this happen.
Well, congratulations, Andy. Nice race today. Let's move over to our second place rider. Come on down, bud. This is Mr. Lebel. He's from Quebec. Thank you for coming out and racing with us. Did you have fun today?
Ma mère, mon père, Troy Lee Design, Skidoo BRP, Oakley, puis tout le monde qui me regarde au Québec.
Congratulations. Merci. All right, AMSOIL is our big winner here today. You had a huge race lead. How did you do it?
I got a good hole shot right off the bottom and hold it pinned all the way to the top. I'd like to thank Artie Cat, Thomas Snow Sport, Explode Sports, Rob at Blown Concept, Paragon Excavating, Ziegler, and my mom and dad.
Well, congratulations. That's your top 3. We've got more finals coming up next.
Thanks, Chelsea. Well, there's some legacy blood down on that podium. That is going to be fun to watch all year long. Coming up, it's going to be another final. This is the way that they are going to line up here in Sport Lite 2. As you see our podium winners down there from, of course, the transition 8 to 12 class. Here's the way they line up. And there's some interesting things that should be noted here as you see the FXR groomer, the Prinoth groomer, doing some grooming out there. Adam Peterson, your #1 qualifier on the 113 Polaris. The #2 qualifier on an Artie Cat, Andy Bester. Then it's Menson, Hansen, Wolf, Welter, Groveland, Tibbetts, and Hunt in the front row. Malsine, Bakra, Hamilton, Cole, and Mandrick in the back row. Under starters' orders. Well, they were. Now you heard the pipes warming up, and then the drivers kind of repositioning themselves. Field is all there, so I'm not sure what they're waiting for. Oh, I see. A race director points out that we're waiting for everybody to get out of the area of the winner's circle. We want to make sure that everybody's safe, so cleaning out the winner's circle area. So we were all looking at the starting grid. It was right in front of us. Here's what
Yes,
we were
they
waiting
were.
for. Safety, the first concern that we have, and of course want to make sure that those drivers safely get over to where they need to be.
Now, I believe the number 1 qualifier and the number 2 qualifier right next to each other, lined up right below the start on the right-hand side of your screen. We are green with your final. Out front early, that looks like the 151 of Riley Bester. Now, I believe the number 1 qualifier and the number 2 qualifier right next to each other, lined up right below the start on the right-hand side of your screen. We are green with your final. Out front early, that looks like the 151 of Riley Bester. Right next to him is a Polaris, not able to put a number on him quite yet.
Watch him say, and if it's the 113, it's Peterson, and Peterson's been strong here all weekend long. That's a Levi Lavallee Racing sled, and that is, I believe, that's Emil Hansen. Bester in second. Then it would be Wolf, Lund, Walter Hunt, and something happened to Peterson. Peterson currently sitting in 8th place. He was your number 1 qualifier. Apparently did not get a good hole shot.
Must have gotten pinched out of the hole shot. We know he's most likely on the inside, number 1 pick. And let's just see what happens. He might be able to make his way up onto the podium.
Emil Hansen, that number 30 Polaris, and look at Bester. Bester right behind him. This is the guy that's been jumping up classes like you wouldn't believe, and has been very, very diligent and just doing a great job racing out there. Riley Bester out of Prior Lake, Minnesota, and the Fratellone Company Arctic Cat.
Riley Bester, only 14 years old, trying to make a charge up on Emil Hansen. Emil Hansen laying down a fast lap time at 29.14. Bester right behind him with a 29.39.
Bester right there, just waiting for Emil Hansen. Make one little mistake and he is going to be there to capitalize. Down into the corner, he tries to go down low, doesn't have the position, unable to make a charge, and now there's a yellow on the back part of the race course. Will that give Bester the opportunity to make up some time? The yellow came in, but they were both in the yellow area at the same time.
Bester is down on the back top section of the track right after the Air Force flyaway. He got into the back of your leader, Emil Hansen.
So we watch the drivers as they come by. We'll reset the order here. So it's still Hansen out in front. This is going to shake them all up. That is going to move Lind into second, Wolf, Hunt, now Peterson in 5th, Freddie Grove in 6th. So a big air on the top part of the racetrack by Riley Bester.
Bester drops down to 8th place, trying to make his way back. I believe he's already made up some spots, but that will give Emil Hansen a bigger lead over the rest of the field.
Lind sitting in 2nd place there. Lind on the Arctic Cat out of Anacock, Illinois, racing for Route 12 Arctic Cat.
2 laps left to go for your leaders as they all cross the finish line. Tight battle going on. We have a change of positions for 3rd place. Jordan Wolf was actually passed by Ryan Hunt, and now he'll regain the position. But here comes the charging Adam Peterson with 2 laps left to go.
Still Hansen out in front. Lind trying to make up some ground and make a pass, but back quite a distance, about 2.5 seconds. So all Hansen needs right now as we watch him go around this racetrack is another smooth lap.
Adam Peterson regaining 1 position. He's now in 4th place, has his eyes set on Jordan Wolf. Looks like he will make the pass. Adam Peterson bumps up into the 3rd place position.
So Hansen makes the turn, will take and come back down the hill. Double checkered flags are out, and that is where the wind is going to go. 2nd place is going to go to the 318, that's Brandon Lind, or 378. And Peterson makes his way up for a podium finish into third place. So it's Hansen taking the win. Second place going to Brandon Lynn, and third place going to Adam Peterson.
Coming across in fourth is Jordan Wolf, followed by Ryan Hunt. That will round out your top 5. Sixth place is Freddie Grove. Seventh is Patrick Hamilton. Riley Besser comes across in 8th. Jared Mensing in 9th. Kenny Mandrick in 10th. Taylor Cole in 11th. Devin Malcine coming across in 12th. Bao Tibbetts 13th. Keegan Bacara in 14th, followed by Steve Walter at 15th.
Good racing in Sport Light 2 as you see the helmets come off our racers, and in just a couple of moments we will call them up to the podium. You know, tough break for Riley Bester. As you indicated, Bester ended up in 8th place, was up in second for a lot of the race, and just had a problem up in the top part of the racetrack. That caused him to offload and to fall back in the positions in the field, and ended up, as we indicated, in 8th place. It's going to be fun to watch, though, as they continue throughout the year and how Riley does in this Sport Light class. Well, looks like the helmets are off. Let's introduce them. Here's the top 3 in the Sport Light 2 final. In third place, he was your number 1 qualifier out of Medford, Wisconsin, racing for Lavallee Racing, Polaris, FXR, and CNA Pro Ski. That is Adam Peterson. In second place, out of Anacostia, Illinois, racing for Artie Cat and Route 12 Artie Cat, Brandon Lind. Roger down there. How you doing, Roger? Good to see you. And taking the win out of Cheshire, Massachusetts, racing for Mystic Lubricants, FXR, Wicked Auto, and CNA Pro Skis, Emil Hansen. Let's go down trackside to Chelsea.
All right, this is our Sport Light class. Adam Peterson taking the third spot. That was kind of a hairy battle. Tell us about that battle for third.
Yeah, I didn't really know what position I was in. I couldn't really see. My goggles were full of snow, and I got a really bad start, but I pushed through it. And I want to thank my mom, my dad. Huge thanks to my mechanic, Brad, Jim Bauer, the leaders, Polaris, Mystic, Loctite, CNA Pro, FXR, Rocks, Levi, Peterson Concrete, Bauer Excavating, J. Ryan Bonding, Rolling Machinery, my grandma and grandpa for coming out, and whoever else I forgot.
Congratulations, Adam. All right, and in second spot, we've got Brandon Lynn. Now, Bester went off on the top of the hill. What was going through your mind at that point?
I knew I was in third, and he came off, and I was like, all right, I got second now. And I knew Adam was coming behind me, and after that, I kind of just tried to keep my own race and not make any mistakes. I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, Articat, Route 12 Articat, Ingram Motorsports, Speedworks, Grandma and Grandpa, the Falks, and anyone else I forgot. Oh, Anastasia's. Thank you.
Congratulations. Come on down, Emil. Up on top of the box today, riding for Team Southside Polaris, Emil Hansen. Who else do you want to thank today?
Yeah, I want to thank FXR, Team Southside, Polaris, Fox.
Congratulations. We got one more final coming up next.
Hey, how are you?
Under starters orders, we are getting ready to go green.
And they're racing in Duluth. Up the hill they go. 10 to 13-year-olds. 15 of them into corner number 1 and up the hill towards that Air Force flyaway. Great shot.
That looks like Eric Downs with your early lead, that 129 Arctic Cat. Right behind him is Hayden Meyer.
That's Eric Downs, our second fastest qualifier coming into this feature race. And right now, your leader on the point, headed towards the AMSOIL finish line.
Green flag is waving for Eric Downs as he is first across the finish line.
Look at that battle.
Yes. Evan Christian is battling it out with Caleb Kinsvatter and Braden Kearns for that third place position.
Up the hill they go. Again, the leader, Eric Downs, quite a lead already. Oh, we've got a rider off his sled trying to hold on. Did not work out.
That was Nico Skolaropos.
That was our fast qualifier off the sled. Early in the race, maybe get back on and have a little time to make your way up, but that is a race killer, no doubt, especially here in the finals.
Yes, it is, as Eric Downs now has an early advantage, already stretching his lead out to 3 seconds. Braden Kurtz is now in the second place position, followed by Caleb Kinsbatter.
Let's take a look at what happened here. As you see, that's your leader. That's the 129. But you see in the background,
Looks like
Nikos,
he
yeah.
just swapped out right there and could not hold on.
Cased that second one a little bit hard, couldn't hold on. Off his sled, back on now though and moving. But again, up front, Eric Downs stretches out the lead. About a 3-second lead now for, again, the guy who's your second fastest qualifier coming into the afternoon, Jordan, Minnesota's own Eric Downs.
Halfway to go, halfway done, 3 laps left to go. Battle still heating up for second place.
Right now, Braden Kearns, Evan Christian are second and third, with Hayden Meyer, the man on the outside looking in, trying to make his way onto the podium. Great shot of second, third, and fourth right there. And here comes Hayden Meyer up behind. You see him making his way towards that Air Force flyaway, making up some room. They're in the cat corner now at the top. The 333 there, that's Evan Christian. Let's set the field now.
Your leader, Eric Downs, 129, coming across the finish line. Actually, I believe in third place, that is Caleb Kinsbatter.
I tell you what.
Evan Christian now moves into third, and must be a transponder error.
I think we have a problem with the transponder. I think you're right, because I do believe Caleb is sitting in third right now. Downs, Kearns, Kinsvater. We'll keep an eye on that as the transponder gets working again. But we are under the white flag for your leader. From the very start of this race, it's been that man right there, the 129 sled of Eric Downs, who now has 1 lap to go on this race. Look at this battle for second.
Battle is heating. Oh! Big crash on the finish line.
That's the 811 of Braden Kearns, who was running for second right there and just got off his sled over the AMSOIL finish line. That right there as he was starting the last lap.
Tough break for Braden Kearns.
Around the corner, down here comes the 129, though. Eric Downs from green flag to checkers, your winner here in the junior 10 to 13-year-old class. Eric Downs for the win. Coming across in second, that's the 930. That's Caleb Kinsvater. And Evan Christian will hold on for third and end up on that podium. So Downs, Kinsvater, and Evan Christian, 1, 2, 3, here in this 10 to 13-year-old final.
Finishing out in fourth is Hayden Meyer, followed by Benjamin Wilbert. That will round out your top 5. Justin Hodge in 6th, Jordan Level in 7th, Nico Skolaropoulos in 8th, Matt Lemorier finished out in 9th, Racer Frank in 10th. That's your top 10. Anson Schiegel, Logan Fratellone, Dane Wright, and Braden Kearns will round up the pack.
We'll let everybody get themselves settled after a great race. Then we'll give away their hardware up here. We're going to have to take a look at this because we are seeing perhaps that Caleb Kinsvater got DQ'd for passing under yellow. Is that what it looks like, Brendan?
Jumping on the yellow
Jumping
after
on the yellow.
finish.
Ah.
Yes.
Oh, that's tough.
Yes, it is.
So that would then move Benjamin Wilbert up to third and put Hayden Meyer in second. So again, we'll go Eric Downs, Hayden Meyer, Benjamin Wilbert, 1, 2, 3. Let's give away the hardware. Coming across in third, started 15th in this race. From Hugh Burtis, Wisconsin, racing for Arctic Cat FXR and US Chrome. We're going to, before we hand out that hardware, I want to make sure I have exactly 3, 2, 1 here. The telemetry continues to change. Let's get our official scoring before we hand anything away.
I believe that is Hayden Meyer. I believe he did come across in fourth before.
All right, we'll do it like this, Chelsea, as you're looking at the screen. I believe then the third will actually go. Yeah, that looks like that is the official. The 368 out of Otter Lake, Michigan for Ray C's Extreme. The 368 of Hayden Meyer comes across in third.
Must have gone back to the pits.
I don't blame him. He'll come back to get that trophy, though. Coming across in second place, The number 333 out of Findlay, North Dakota for Findlay Motors, Christian Brothers Ford Arctic Cat in 5:09. Evan Christian. And your winner of the Junior 10 to 13 feature for Northland Tree Inc., Final Grade Inc., and FXR Racing out of Jordan, Minnesota, the Arctic Cat of Eric Downs. Congratulations to our winners. Let's send it down to Chelsea at the podium. Chelsea?
Hi guys, this is our second place rider, Evan Christian. Evan, I know you've been around the circuit for a lot of years. Who do you look up to on race weekend?
Oh, I always look up to my cousin Logan in Pro Open and Tucker Hibbard. They're always the smoothest and fastest guys out there. Yeah, so I'd like to thank Fly, Arctic Cat, 999 Optics, Rock Speed FX, Speedworks, Custom Stripes for the sweet graphics, Stud Boy, Liet, Kern Excavating, Fox Shocks, and Diva Snow Gear.
Congratulations, Evan. Come on down, Eric. Now, Eric, I've been watching you all day long, and you get the whole shot every single time. How do you do it?
I don't know, I just seem to time it right.
And who would you like to thank today?
Arctic Cat, FXR, Spy, Rocks, RSI, Graphic Effects, my parents.
Well, congratulations, Eric. Great racing out here today. I'm going to send it back up to the booth.
Thank you, Chelsea. Great racing, as she said here, as we again are early in the day. Lots of racing left, including the big dogs of the AMSOIL Pro Open class.
I tell you what, and you know what? It only gets better as the evening goes on. Getting ready. Hey, how you doing,
Hi,
Dakota
ladies.
and the AMSOIL ladies? And I tell you what, everybody down there having a great time. They are lining up. This is the way the roads look for the FXR Sport 2 final. There's your number one qualifier, Nicholas Lorenz. Went 1-1 on that FXR SSI decal Polaris. It's going to be fun to watch these guys after they get done competing here tonight. There's the number 2 qualifier, Jacob Urich out of Grand Blanc, Michigan. He also on a Polaris. We work down the line. Then the number 3 qualifier, Dylan Jensen, had a good weekend going here on his Arctic Cat out of Ham Lake. The number 4 qualifier, Cole Manning racing out of Winnipeg, Manitoba on a Skidoo. The number 5 qualifier, Mitcher Thielen out of Paynesville, Minnesota, racing with Skidoo Racing. They've got high hopes for this young man. Leo Patnode on a Skidoo out of Heartland, Vermont on the Ingles Performance Skidoo. He's the number 200 sled. Yannick Brocher on a Skidoo out of Hearst, Ontario is the number 7 qualifier. Jake Giesman, Jay Laura, and Cameron Anderson on the 725 Skidoo out of Alton, Michigan. That's the front row. We go to the back row. Hunter Patnode on the 208 Skidoo out of Heartland, Vermont. Evan Dowd makes the back row. Emil Hansen, Grant Gloshagel, and AJ Stoffel, a field of 15, making their way around this racetrack 8 times. It's going to be exciting.
And you see these racers looking at the starter, making sure they're ready to go. You see the Iceman, he's ready to go.
He says, let him go. I'm ready. Iceman, you ready? He's always ready.
He's got AC/DC on the speakers. You kidding me? It's in the starter's hands. The FXR Sport class ready to go. Somebody broke the light, I believe. They back them up just a smidge.
And you see how they're keeping them back just a little bit from the line in case their clutch is engaged.
It's in the starter's hands. He checks each racer.
No, and
somebody broke it again.
Just broke it. It looks like it's on the other side because these guys all look clean.
Again, you see that red line painted in the snow. There's a light. You cannot break that laser light. If you do, they will not give the green flag. By the way, these guys racing for a free pass as well.
You bet the top 5,
class. That's right.
Top 5 or 4 guys will get a free pass to the regional race of their choice. So that's a big deal.
You better believe it. Every dollar saved is a dollar earned. Isn't that what they say? So the free pass on the line for the top 5 finishers in this feature, as well as the hardware for the top 3.
You save money for parts.
For parts. For parts.
New parts.
I guess. After races in the FXR Sport class, you often need new parts. There's no doubt.
Just about ready to go, Hawk.
It's back in the starter's hands. He checks each racer and then he turns them green and lets them go. And we are racing in Duluth. 15 217 sleds into turn one.
Man, they're leaning on each other bad.
Off the track goes a racer.
Man.
That was a hard impact. Luckily, he looks like he's okay. He's up. He's going to walk it off, holding his wrist. We'll check on that racer.
Man, what a start. Watch
Let's
this
take a
again.
look at this.
Watch them all funnel to the middle and pinch, and then they all start pushing out. Right there it was.
That's a hard impact. Luckily, he didn't get run over by the sled behind him. He's back up and moving. Meanwhile, up front, we've got a leader, and ladies and gentlemen, it's Jay Lura on that 217 sled.
You know, we're going to want to pay close attention here. I kind of wonder if one of those sleds that went off the track wasn't our number one qualifier, Nicholas Lorenz. We'll try to get some info on that.
Around the dog leg and down the hill comes the 217 of Jay Lura. Jay, the number 9 qualifier out of Holly, Minnesota for RT Cat and Fly Racing. A big lead in this FXR Sport class.
That start shook it up for everybody. There you see Laura. Right behind him, I believe, is Cameron Anderson. Dylan Jensen moving up. And Jensen, qualified third. That's where he's running right now. Mitchell Keelan, Pat Node, and Uric. Those are your top 6 sleds.
A battle up front continuing, and the racing on back. We got a racer off his sled. That's the 239 of Mitchell Thielen. He was running 4th at the time. He is off his sled.
That's the K2 Racing Hanco Ford sled.
We said it before the green flag dropped. This is always an action-packed race. These young men and women on these sleds with lots of power often lose track of them like this guy did right here. Again, that was the 239 sled.
Just coming in off camber a little bit, got it a little nose heavy. When it hit hard, he wasn't able to hold on, and over the handlebars he went.
Up front, the 217 trying to hold off, I believe, the 725 of Cameron Anderson, who's going to make it a race for the win here in the feature of the FXR Sport class.
Anderson goes to the inside, had a little tank slapper there, was able to hold on, but let's see what he does down here. He's got position to try to make a run, just not quite close enough to Jay Lura to make the pass.
You could throw a blanket over 1 through 4 right now. It's Lura, it's Anderson, it's Yurt and Jansen as the FXR Sport final continues.
And that last lap, Jacob Uric got around Dylan Jensen to get on the podium. So now Jensen, he's about a 1/10 of a second behind. Very, very close. He wants a podium finish on his Arctic Cat. Uric being strong going the Polaris.
Big air for Jay Lura as they hit that AMSOIL finish line. To the outside goes Cameron Anderson. He'll look to the inside. The fans go wild. The battle now is for 2nd and 3rd.
Not quite there. Couldn't do it. Now you look at the battle as Uric trying to make up some ground on the Skidoo. Uric sitting there in 3rd place on the Polaris. Watch them as they go uphill. Man, they are all over. There's your race leader. Here goes Anderson underneath.
Great move on the swoop for Cameron Anderson, and we've got a new leader.
And now Laura looks like, holds on.
Somehow he hangs on to it, but he loses the spot to 2nd place.
Laura just almost looked frustrated, and Cameron Anderson has a bobble. Now on the outside, here's Uric making a run uphill.
And we've got a brand new leader. That is Jacob Uric, just hanging out back there waiting for mistakes to happen, and they do, and suddenly we've got a new leader. The 727 is Jacob Uric.
We got 2 laps left. How many more times can we do this? Look at Anderson. He has a head snap as he lands short. Cases one in. But it's Uric out front now with 1 lap left to go. Jacob Uric, who qualified 2nd out of Grand Blanc, Michigan. On the FXR Uric Construction Polaris, your leader.
Oh, that was a battle for 3rd, but not anymore, as we've got a rider off a sled. I believe that was Jay Lura.
Yep.
Things went south quickly for Jay.
They did. He just looked like after he got past him, there's a driver off in the back part of the racetrack.
Jacob Uric just trying to hold on for the win here as sleds go everywhere, and he heads for the AMSOIL finish line. The FXR Sport Champion in Duluth is Jacob Uric. The 727 with the win. Cameron Anderson will come across in 2nd on the 725, and Dylan Jansen will hang on for the final podium spot in 3rd. The FXR Sport class delivered the energy and the excitement, and Jacob Uric delivers the trophy to his trailer after the big win.
You know, right from the start, we seen the start get all mixed up where the people that were up front started pushing together in the middle. Then we've seen that big push to the outside, and we've seen a bunch of sleds having an issue and going off track. A number of those people were the people that were the top qualifiers. We talk about Nicholas Lorenz. And look at, of course, Mitchell Thielen also off. Here's that start. Watch this. Oof. As they bang up. Now they're all over and off the track they go.
Oh, my.
And, man, I'll tell you what, that was an ugly, ugly off.
And that was Lorenz, as you said. But this, again, the pass right there, that was Cameron Anderson getting around for what was the lead for him for just a bit.
And then, you know, when they came around here, there you see that, of course, Cameron having that bobble, actually losing a grip of the handlebars. That gave, of course, the sled of Jacob Urick an opportunity to go by, and he capitalizes and takes a win.
And you saw the fans down there in the FXR turn going crazy as that pass happened, which is always fun to see. As you can see, the excitement and the energy produced by the FXR Sport class always brings the fans alive, and it certainly did that time. And there's a very happy Jacob Urick.
You know, and it goes to show right there, you just never give up. I mean, these races, 8 laps, and I'll tell you what, especially when you start getting in the sport, Pro Lite, and of course Pro Open class, things are so fluid and change so fast, you just never know what's going to happen, and it's a big, big win, as you indicated, for Jacob Urick.
So Jacob Urick, Cameron Anderson, Dylan Jansen, Leo Patenaude, and Yannick Boucher will receive the free pass from ISOC. That's right. The racers who finished in the top 5 of their final will get the next single entry fee at any regional wave. So they just won a free race.
What do you think? Quad Mountain Park next weekend?
I think that sounds about right to me.
Need some seat time right there, baby.
You are
right?
correct.
All right, let's go down and meet our top 3 drivers here in the FXR Sport 2 final. In 3rd place, he's on an Arctic Cat out of Ham Lake, Minnesota, racing for Arctic Cat. Fly Racing, AMSOIL, and Woody's. On the number 272 sled, Dylan Jensen. In 2nd place, out of Allentown, Michigan, racing for Fly Racing, Dees Marine, and Stud Boy, that's Cameron Anderson. And your winner, out of Grand Blanc, Michigan, racing for Polaris, FXR, Urick Construction, and Great Lakes Dive and Salvage. Please welcome your winner, Jacob Urick. Let's go down to winner's circle. I think Chelsea's down there. Hi, Chelsea.
Hey, what a sport final that was. Derek Jansen ending up Dylan Jansen. He's right there. Hey, bro. So we got Dylan Jansen here in 3rd spot. Dylan, you had a solid weekend all weekend long. How does it feel to be on the podium tonight?
Awesome. Worked so hard this summer with my trainer, Kurt. I can't thank him enough. Andrew Carlson and Ryan Springer, those guys put me to the next level physically this summer. It was unreal. Like, I can't even thank them enough. Can't be here without my mom and dad, my team, Scott Holla, Mike Floetti, Holla Racing, Fly Racing, 999 Optics, Fox, Arctic Cat, Woody Speedworks, AMSOIL, WPS, Ag Power, they're all here right now. Awesome group of people to work with. It's so fun. Rock Steadies, and then Matt Pickner, he's got it's the best snowmobile I've ever had in my entire life. So awesome. Dion, my mechanic, he's been my friend for a while now, and he gets to be my mechanic this year, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. Chase and everyone else here supporting me, I can't thank them enough.
Well, congratulations. Great job, Dylan. Come on down. Cameron Anderson, another family guy here. I'm going to get your name right, though, okay? So, Cameron, I was looking at the start sheet. You got 10th pick. What did you do to get a great start and get up here tonight?
I don't know, that's all Ski-Doo. They put a great sled together this year, so that's on them.
And who else did you like to thank?
Ski-Doo for making an awesome sled this year. Fly, Scott, Stud Boy, 139 Designs, yeah, Fox. Yeah, that's all. Thanks.
Congratulations, Cameron. And sweeping the weekend here in the sport class, we've got Jacob Urick. Now, Jacob, you didn't get the whole shot right away. How did you make yourself come up on top of the box?
Basically, all it is I was just waiting for mistakes and trying to be as patient as possible. You know, if you rush it, that's when things go wrong. And I learned that last year, so I was I was just trying to keep that going, but I really couldn't do it without everybody behind me this year. My parents, God, he kept me safe that whole race. It was a sketchy one, but we made it through it. And I also got to thank Factory Polaris, Ben, Brad, Baum, Jr., and Kyle, all at the trailer there. They are awesome. Always there to help. Cannot thank them enough. Yeah, FXR for making me look sweet. Bishop Designs for the cool helmet job this year. And Stud Boys, CNA Pro Skis, Mach 1 Graphics, Scott Goggles, everybody watching at home, thanks so much for tuning in. And thank you, ISOC, for the event, because without ISOC, it wouldn't be possible. And thank you to the fans as well. It's been a good weekend.
Well, congratulations once again to your top 3. I'm going to send it back to the booth for more racing going on next.
Thank you, Chelsea, and I love hearing Jacob talk. So, Matthew Tingstad, who, by the way, is a lawyer as well when he's not on a snowmobile.
He's calmed down a little bit. He used to do freestyle.
Well, you know, we all get older.
8 laps.
Oh,
but you
we
know
are
what?
green.
I don't think they'll black flag him because he knew he fouled and he checked
black
up
flagged
and let
himself.
Black flagged himself.
You better believe
bet.
he did.
Ooh,
Oh, did we lose one back there?
I don't know.
Oh,
It
it
looked
didn't look
ugly.
like. Yes, it did. But the 15 doesn't look ugly. That's Wes Selby with the
Selby.
whole shot out front. It's something we're not used to seeing. A sled other than Kurt Bowerly leading this Air Group Pro-Am Plus 30 feature, but across the AMSOIL finish line, we do have the 15 in the front.
Yeah, but look who's right behind him, Kurt Bowerly, and you can be sure that he'll be stocking. Now, the thing is, as we indicated and I said earlier in a round, Wes Selby's got a lot of snowcross experience. He raced for many years in both the Pro Lite and the Pro Open class, so he's got a lot of experience. He's one of the drivers that's from out west, got a lot of mountain riding experience, and very, very good rider.
Again, Wes Selby now calls Thief River Falls, Minnesota his home, and he calls the lead his own as he continues to dominate this race early on with a more than 3-second lead over Kurt Bowerly, who's got his hands full with Danny Poyer right now.
Bowerly stumbling a little bit on the uphill. He the sled, the skidoo with the red skis, and look at Poyer underneath him.
To the inside, and we've got a new second place rider.
Both of them on skidoos. Poyer showed his way around there on that Ingles Performance sled. Found the line, was able to make a move. Kurt just couldn't counter, and it allowed, of course, Danny to get around him.
Looks like Poyer now confidently into second place as they head back up the hill. Meanwhile, there's your leader. That's Wes Selby on the 15. As I said, from Thief River Falls, Minnesota for Arctic Cat and Woody's Racing.
Oh, and
no.
Bowerly off.
Kurt Bowerly is off his sled, the 318. Again, that's the 15 right there of Wes Selby, as you mentioned, been racing for a long time, Mike.
Selby, as we indicated, let's see, here's the off, I believe, of Kurt Bowerly. Right here.
You're right.
Yep. Came
yeah,
up short, and then was off axis, and that unloaded him.
And your leader up front, Wes Selby, now I believe, was that Poyer right behind him? It is.
It is. Poyer made up quite a bit of ground. You got to remember that, you know, these guys are plus 30 years old, and some of them are plus 30 years old.
Outside goes Poyer, though. Selby finds out he's there and goes back to the front, but just for a second as inside goes Poyer, the lapper slows them both down, and Poyer uses it to his advantage and takes the lead.
You bet. He was able to get behind Justin Tate. They're really, or rather Stuart Hunt. They were able to take and come up on lap traffic, and I'll tell you what, Wes Selby did not have the best line to get around him. Poyer capitalized on it and was able to take and make the pass and move into the lead. So now it's Danny Poyer. Poyer, as we indicated, racing out of Quebec, Canada for Ingles Performance and Skidoo. He is your race leader.
Yeah, great run for him. He was our third qualifier and had run third for quite some time. Made his way around a couple of racers, and now he's your leader with 2 laps to go.
Working up the back part of the racetrack, making the ascent. Then he'll go through that big sweeping corner on the top part of the racetrack to the Ram downhill. Looks like he's got things in hand right now.
Very fast as he heads towards the AMSOIL finish line. A hard case there, but keeps her rolling. He'll take the white flag. 1 lap to go for Danny Poyer, your leader here in the Air Group Pro-Am Plus 30 final. The hardware is on the line for one final lap as he heads up the hill.
Nicely railed it through 1 and 2. Comes up to the top of the hill again. We'll see if he stays inside or goes outside. He does take and stay inside. Watch him as he works his way through that transition corner here and then the downhill, and the checkered flags await him.
Down the hill he comes towards the AMSOIL finish line. The flames in the air for Danny Poyer, your winner in the Air Group Pro-Am Plus 30 class. Just ahead of second place Wes Selby, and it looks like Justin Tate will probably hang on for third place in the final spot on the podium. Let's see if he does. He does. Justin Tate comes across in third. Let's take a look at the start here and find out what happened in this race. As you can see, once again, they were packed and stacked into that first turn. A great start for Wes Selby. Kurt Bowerly right there on your left-hand side, squirrely right from the very beginning of the race. Then the action-packed happened right there. When you get caught up behind a slower racer, you got to pick the right line, and that time, no doubt about it, Danny Poyer did just that.
He had the opportunity there to really capitalize on lap traffic. Moved himself out to the lead and eventually ended up with the win.
So Poyer, Selby, and Tate will take to the AMSOIL podium in just a second to get their hardware. Patrick Brodeur comes across in fourth. Kurt Bowerly comes back after an off. He'll still finish fifth. Matthew Tingstad will come across in sixth, and David Blunt in seventh.
Justin Monty in eighth, Stuart Hunt in ninth, Wesley Bear in ninth, Kyle Zimmerman, Scott Abrams, James Blunt, and Blaine Graham wrap up the field. You know, the good thing is it's nice to see a big field of course, Air Group Pro-Am Plus 30 drivers. And we hope that these guys all stay healthy throughout the year.
I remember Kurt Bowerly saying last year in the final race of the year, he
challenged people.
Absolutely, hoping for more riders in this class, and he got his wish.
Yep, he challenged people to come out, and they did get some more drivers. That's exciting to see.
Keep waiting to see our friend Levi Lavallee in this class. But is he 30 yet?
Not quite.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
I don't think he's not quite 30.
Probably not quite there.
But you take a look at the field. Tucker Hibbert could be racing in it.
Sure.
Ross Martin could be racing in it.
Let's give him some hardware, should we?
Hey, we sure can. I'll tell you what's introduced to you the top three in the Air Group Pro-Am Plus 30. In third place, he's out of Scandia, Minnesota, racing for Polaris Woodies, CNA Pro Ski, and Walker Evans Shocks, along with AMSOIL on the number 28 Polaris. Third place, Justin Tate. There he comes. In second place, out of Thief River Falls, Minnesota, racing for Artie Cat Woodies. Also racing for 139 Designs and Speedworks, the number 15 Artie Cat, Wes Selby. And your winner, out of Quebec, Canada, racing for Ingles Performance, Skidoo Woody CNA Pro Ski, along with 139 Design, Danny Poyer. Let's head down to Chelsea and Winner's Circle.
Hi guys, I got our Pro Plus 30 class here on the podium. In third spot, we've got Justin Tate. Justin, you're a veteran to the circuit. You've been around for many years, but what's the best piece of advice you've gotten as a rider?
Geez, I don't know. So many years, so much wisdom. I don't know, just keep it together, be smart, be safe.
And who do you want to thank tonight?
I'd like to thank a bunch of people, actually. Polaris, all my sponsors, Woody's, CNA Pro, Fly Clothing, everybody. I kind of came in here tonight debating if this was going to be my last Duluth and I was going to pull the pin for snowcross racing. My plate's full with cross country and a bunch of other stuff, so I think this is it. I'm just glad to be on the box, and I almost got 20 years in here at Duluth racing. So I'd like to thank my family, my friends, all my fans, everybody who's been behind me to get me here, to keep me here, and I can't thank you guys enough. So thank you all.
I'm tearing up a little bit, you guys. All right. right, in second spot, Wes Selby, come on down. You've done a lot of riding. You've raced in our Pro Open class. How does it feel being Pro Vet class?
It's different, you know. I didn't ever expect to be racing still, just turning 30, but it's a lot of fun to be back here at the snowcross races. The crowd is awesome, and they had a really good track this weekend, so it's a lot of fun. And these guys are fun to race with, you know, and I won't make it to all of them, but we're going to come to some of them and have fun and put on a good show. And I'd like to thank my sponsors, of course, Woody's Racing, Team Arctic Cat, Stud Boy, Fox Shocks, 139 Designs. Everyone's who's been behind me. It's been fun, and keep on having fun.
Well, congratulations, Wes. Great race. Thanks. All right, Danny, come on down. You've had a really good weekend here in Pro Open. Up on top of the box, tell us about your race and who you want to thank tonight.
First, I want to thank Ingalls Performance from Phoenix, New York, Skidoo, other sponsor, my mechanics, Dennis, my family, my kids, my wife, and everybody that work with me and try to make the sled going fast. So thanks, everybody.
Well, congratulations. That's your top 3 here in the Pro Plus 30 class. I'm going to send it back up to you guys.
Fantastic job as always, Chelsea. Thank you so much. Congratulations to our winners in the Air Group Pro-Am Plus 30 class.